Good morning, all of you, my dear students. In today's session, we are going to discuss important grammatical aspects and topic. The name of the topic is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. Before going to discuss a prepositional phrase in today's session or today's class, first of all, we will discuss what is meant by a preposition. Preposition, Preposition, preposition. Here we are going to discuss prepositional phrase. We will discuss what is preposition and what is phrase. Both will be discussed before going to prepositional phrase. Preposition means a word governing and usually preceding. Preceding. A preceding or before a noun or placed before a noun or a pronoun and expressing a relation to another words in a sentence or clause. That is the definition of the preposition. We have already known, but a preposition is a word or group of words used before a noun or noun phrase or clause also sometimes. And the preposition shows a direction in a sentence. It shows the direction. The preposition shows direction, and it indicates, it shows the time, it shows the place. The preposition shows the place. The preposition shows the location, and spatial relationship to introduce an object. It links with other words. It relates with other words in a sentence or clause. It placed in front of the noun or noun phrase. A preposition is a word that indicates the relationship between noun and other words in a sentence. For example, my dear students, please listen. I am going to Chennai. I am going to Chennai. Here, please listen carefully. I am going is a verb phrase. I is a pronoun, it functions as a subject. To is a preposition, it is a noun. It comes before a noun, either proper noun or a common noun. And to is a preposition, it shows the relation, a direction to Chennai. I am going to Chennai. It shows the direction and it shows the time. The preposition shows the place or location or spatial relationships and a relation with other words in a sentence. Number of functions should be done by the preposition. It played an important role in a sentence. A preposition has played an important role, a prominent role, a significant role. For example, one more example. He threw, E-T-H-R-E-W, threw, thrown. He threw a stone into the river or well. He threw a stone into is a preposition. It is a movement, direction. He threw a stone into the well. For example, into is a preposition. And for example, the gift is inside the box. The present or gift is inside the box. Inside is a preposition, outside, opposite. Antonym of opposite. Opposite of inside, outside. The gift is inside the box. Inside is the location, position. The box is a noun phrase. It comes, it preceding, the preposition preceding the noun phrase. It placed before a noun and in front of a noun. And they have gone out of the town. For example, they have gone out of the town. They have gone out of the town. Out of the town. The position, it indicates with other words, has gone out of the town. This is the function of the preposition, my dear students. And we are discussing about the phrase. Phrase. What is meant by phrase? Phrase. A phrase is a group of words. It can be short, it may be long. A group of words, a phrase. But it doesn't include the subject and predicate. No subject and predicate. Predicate means verb. It is a part and parcel of the sentence or clause. A phrase does not give full meaning. It gives incomplete meaning. It gives a single thought, a single sense, a single meaning. A group or two or more words that express a single idea, a phrase, single idea, a single thought, but does not form a complete sense, does not give complete sense, complete thought in a sentence. A phrase is not a sentence. It is not a sentence. It is not a clause, because it is not give a complete idea with the subject and predicate. It has no subject and predicate. It has no subject and predicate. It has not given full meaning. A phrase has given incomplete meaning. It has given some meaning. It is a part and parcel of a sentence or clause. A phrase is a group of words that is a part. It is a part. A phrase is a part. A phrase is a part, not a whole. It is rather than the whole of a sentence. It is a brief expression. A phrase is a brief expression. And syntactic and grammar, a phrase is a group of words which act together. It is a grammatical unit. Grammatical. A phrase is a grammatical unit. And a sequence of two or more words arranged in a grammatical order and acting as a unit in a sentence. It is the definition of the phrase, my dear students. For example, he is a man of friendly nature. He is a man of friendly nature. Nature. Friendly nature is a phrase. It is an adjective phrase. Friendly nature. He is a man of friendly nature. This one is a phrase. It gives some meaning. It is a part of a sentence. It does not have subject and predicate. It is the phrase, my dear students. It may be noun phrase, it may be adjective phrase, it may be adverb phrase, it may be prepositional phrase. Today we are going to discuss prepositional phrase. It is an adjective phrase. For example, reading novels is a good habit. Reading novels is a good habit. Habit, good habit. Reading novels, small letter. Reading novels is a good habit. Reading novels, it functions as a subject of the sentence. It is a noun phrase. In the subject place, it may be a noun or a pronoun. Reading novels is a good habit. It is a noun phrase. It is one kind of the phrase. And also, I will write one more example, my dear students, regarding to phrase. Regarding to phrase, the horse, H-O-R-S, the horse runs, R-U-N-S, the horse runs at a good speed, at a good speed. How did it runs? At a good speed. It is a adverb phrase. It is a part of a sentence. At a good speed. The horse runs at a good speed. It is an adverb phrase, my dear students. He is, for example, I will write a simple sentence for a clear understanding, my dear students. He is, where is he? He is on the way. On the way. It is a simple sentence. On the way. We start with on preposition. It is a prepositional phrase. Today our class is a prepositional phrase. He is on the way. It is a prepositional phrase. What is meant by prepositional phrase? We are discussing the prepositional phrase in this class, my dear students. Prepositional phrase, here prepositional, what is a prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, every noun or a pronoun before the, after the preposition, that word is called object of the preposition. Any words that modify the object. Most of time a prepositional phrase, we are discussing prepositional phrase, modifies a verb. When it modifies a verb, it is called an adverb. It functions an adverb. When it qualifies a noun, it functions an adjective. Here they have given two kinds of prepositional phrases. Adverbial preposition, adjectival preposition. That means that prepositional phrase functions an adverb. That prepositional phrase functions an adjective. In rarely, sometimes the prepositional phrase functions as a noun also. Three functions. The prepositional phrase functions three functions. It functions an adverb, it functions an adjective, it functions as a noun also. That is the explanation of the, my dear students, prepositional phrase. At a minimum, a prepositional phrase consists of one preposition and the object it governs. The object can be a noun or a gerund. Gerund means V1 plus ing, ing form. I made one video on gerund, uses of the gerund. All of you, please watch this video, my dear student. That acts as a noun or a noun clause. That preposition phrase consists of minimum one preposition. It starts with a preposition, ends with, it is a combination. Prepositional phrase, a combination of a preposition followed by a noun or a pronoun. Preposition phrase begins with preposition plus noun or noun phrase or pronoun. That is the structure of the prepositional phrase. The phrase which begins with preposition, end with noun or noun phrase or pronoun. It is called a prepositional phrase. It is only a part of a sentence and cannot stand its own as a complete thought. It does not give a complete thought. It is also phrase. Already we are discussing. Phrase gives incomplete meaning. It does not give full meaning. The phrase it tells about where something happened, when it happened, where it happened, why it happened. It defines a specific person or thing. It won't contain a subject and predicate. Prepositional phrase also, it does not contain a subject and predicate, my dear students. That is the prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, and any other words that modify an object. Most of the time, a prepositional phrase modifies a verb or noun. When it modifies a verb, it functions as an adverb. When it qualifies a noun, it functions as adjective. And at a minimum, a prepositional phrase consists of one preposition. That is more important, my students. And then, what do you understand? Here, they have given, he arrived in time. Here, the in time is a prepositional phrase. It starts with in preposition. Time is a noun. End with a noun. When did he arrive? In time. What kind of the prepositional phrase? It express, it modifies the verb. When it modifies the verb or adjective or another adverb, it is called an adverb. Adverbial preposition. It functions, the entire phrase functions as an adverb. In time. He arrived in time. That means there are three kinds of prepositional phrases. Number one is adverb. It functions three functions. It functions as an adverb. It functions as an adjective regarding to AD, JE, CT, IV adjective. Regarding to parts of speech, it functions as rarely a noun also. A prepositional phrase functions in a sentence or a clause. It functions an adverb, an adjective, or a noun phrase also. The prepositional phrase functions. Which modifies a verb, it is called an adverbial phrase. That means, for example, number of examples has been given here, my dear students. Remember that adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun and gives more information about it. What kind, how many, whose one. That is the duty of the adjective. For example, here one more example I will give. Is he really going out with that guy? With that guy. Is she really going out with that guy? With that guy. With that guy. Guy is a noun. It comes before it preceding you. And start with preposition, end with noun. It is a prepositional phrase. In two, the explanation is given by the student. Please listen carefully. In these two basic elements, modifiers can freely added. This is also one of the prepositional phrase. Is she really? That means she is really going out with that guy. Going out with that guy. That means it functions as a prepositional phrase. For example, he arrived in the nick of the time. Nick of the time. Adverb of preposition. It functions as an adverb. That above sentence, it functions as a noun phrase. And we will discuss all the, is she really going out with that tall, gorgeous guy? With tall, gorgeous guy. The entire noun phrase. It is called a noun phrase. A noun that functions, prepositional phrase functions as a noun. With the tall, gorgeous guy. Guy means a person. It is a informal language. We use guy. In formal language, we should not use guy. For example, some of the most common prepositions that begin prepositional phrases are to, of, about, at, before, after, by, behind, during, for, from, in, over, under, and with. These are some of the prepositions start with prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrase to modify nouns. The prepositional phrase which modifies nouns. That means they are called adjectively. Modifies, not modifies, qualifies. Describes about the noun. Tells something about the noun. Remember, the adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun and gives more information about whose one, what kind, how many. That is that prepositional phrase functions as an adjective. When a prepositional phrase acts upon a noun, we say it is behaving adjectively because adjectives modify nouns. A prepositional phrase that behaves adjectively is called quite logically an adjectival phrase. Adjectival phrase means adjective phrase. Adjective phrase means the prepositional phrase functions as an adjective. That is called adjectival phrase. Adjectival phrase. Adjectival phrase. We are discussing first of all the prepositional phrase functions an adjective, adverb, and rarely sometimes it functions as an noun phrase, noun also, my dear students. Here we are discussing about the adjectival phrase. When a prepositional phrase acts upon a noun, we say it is behaving adjectively, because adjectives modifies nouns. A prepositional phrase that behaves adjectively is called quite logically an adjective phrase. Adjective phrase, my dear students. For example, kinds of the prepositional phrase that functions an adjective. The cat in the middle. The entire phrase functions as the subject of the sentence. The cat in the middle is the cutest. Cute, pretty, beautiful, handsome. The cat in the middle, that means which cat, which one, what kind of the cat in the middle. This is it expresses, it tells something about the noun. It describes about the noun. It gives more information about the noun. That's why this in the middle prepositional phrase functions an adjective. The noun follows the prepositional phrase. It is called adjectival phrase. Prepositional phrase is the cutest. We are discussing adjectival prepositional phrase. Adjective. It functions as adjective prepositional phrase. In the middle, it functions an adjective. That means, for example, one more example. Second example. What is the second example? This one is second example. That one is the first one. I always buy my milk from the convenience store or main street. Buy my milk from the convenience store on main street. From the convenience store is the adjectival phrase. Convenience store. What kind of the store? Explanation. For example, my mother has always wanted to live. Third example. My mother has always wanted to live in a cabin by the lake. In a cabin by the lake. By is a preposition. It is also adjectival phrase. Here we are discussing. In the first of these sentences, the middle answer the questions. Which cat? Here, the cat in the middle. Which cat? This is the explanation has given, my dear students. In the first of these sentences, in the middle answers the question which cat, the writer thinks is the cutest. Which cat? In the middle. That is the adjectival phrase. It describes about the cat. Tells something about the cat. Similarly, main street gives us information about which store. Writer is describing. And lake tells what kind of cabin writer's mother is dreaming about. These are the explanation about those things. All of these adjectival phrases specify to a noun in order to enhance our understanding, to extend our understanding, to clear our understanding. That is the adjectival phrase, my dear students. All these, what kind, whose, adjectival relating to or functioning an adjective, it gives more information about than adjective. That is more important, my students. And then next, the prepositional phrase functions an adverb. Preposition that modifies verb, not only verb, adjective also, and another adverb also. That is the function of the adverb. When a prepositional phrase acts upon a verb, we say it is behaving adverbially because the adverb modifies verbs. That is the function of the adverb. A prepositional phrase that behaves adverbially is called an adverbial phrase. That prepositional phrase functions as an adverb. That is more important, my dear students. Start with the preposition, end with one of the noun or noun phrase. That is called a prepositional phrase. It may function as an adjective, it may function as an adverb, it may function as another noun. For example, they have given, for example, one more example. To find the person who stole the last cookie, look behind you. Look behind. To find the person who stole the last cookie, look behind you, look behind you. To find the person, preposition, to find the person who stole the last cookie behind you. Adverb, behind, place, adverb of place. Next, Harry drank his butter beer with fervor. Fervor, happy, excitement, fervor. With fervor, how? It is an adverb. It functions an adverb. With fervor. This preposition functions an adverb. The first is behind you. Behind you. Behind is a preposition. You is a pronoun. It comes before a pronoun or a noun. It is a prepositional phrase. And for you, behind you, answer the question. Look where. The second with fervor answers question. Drank how. These answers should be an adverb. That particular prepositional phrase functions an adverb. In previous, they functions an adjective. They functions an adjective. How? For example, in the morning I have to go to school. Tells when will I go. For example, I will write some of the examples. I will write you. Please listen carefully. In the morning. In the morning is a prepositional phrase. What kind of the prepositional? Adverb of time. It is an adverb. It functions an adverb. In the morning. What happened? I have to go to school. I have to go to school. This is an adverbial preposition. The prepositional phrase functions an adverb. In the morning, I have to go to school. And then next example I will write. In the morning tells when will I go. In the morning. After breakfast we are going to swimming. After breakfast we are going to swimming. We are going to swimming. We are going to swimming. After breakfast. When? That means it is an adverb. It functions an adverb. That prepositional phrase functions an adverb. And put your dishes in the sink. For example, put your dishes in the sink. In the sink. Where? In the sink is a prepositional phrase. It functions an adverb. When, where, why, how. These are all answers indicates the adverb. This prepositional phrase in the sink functions an adverb. That is more important. That means I want to meet the girl in the green sweater. I want to meet the girl in the green sweater. Which girl? That is an adjective phrase. Okay, my dear students, we should understand prepositional phrases acting the last, I will conclude this class, as nouns. Sometimes it rarely it functions as nouns. Not frequently prepositional phrase acting as nouns. Less frequently prepositional phrases can function like nouns in a sentence. They functions directly as a noun, that prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase as a noun will usually be the subject of the sentence. It mostly subject of the sentence, or sometimes it's a complement of the sentence. Complement. A noun prepositional phrase generally acts as the subject of a sentence or a subject of the complement. Only in two positions it comes. Prepositional phrase functions as a noun, my dear students. Here, during the national anthem, it is a prepositional phrase. It functions, the entire phrase functions as a subject of the sentence. It is a noun, it functions as a noun. During the national anthem is the worst time to blow your nose. That is a bad habit, to blow our nose during the national anthem. That particular during is a preposition. The national anthem, it functions as a noun. It comes as a subject of the sentence, The prepositional phrase functions as a noun. It may become in the subject place or a complement place. In both positions, only two positions it comes, my dear students. And then, what is the another example? After the game, it will be too late for us to go to dinner. After the game, will be too late, my dear students. I will write some of the examples. We should understand clearly, my dear student. Here, a noun prepositional phrase generally acts as the subject of a sentence or a subject of the complement. For example, I will write one more example. In front of the class is a stressful place. Please listen carefully. In front of the class, CLASS. In front of the class is a stressful place. Is a stressful place. Standing in front of the class is a stressful place. In front of the class. In front of the class is the entire functions as a noun. In front is a in front of the class. In front of. Starts with the preposition, ends with a noun. It is a prepositional phrase, functions as a noun. The entire phrase functions as a noun in the subject place. Is a stressful place. It functions as a noun in this play, in this context, my dear students. The most stressful place is in front of the class. Is in front of the class. That means it is the complement of the sentence. This is the subject of the sentence. It is a linking verb. The most stressful place is in front of the class. It functions as a complement of the sentence. It is in front of the class. This prepositional phrase functions as a noun phrase. This is the more important by this. For example, last one more example I will give you, then I conclude my class, my dear. Please listen carefully. The birds in the sky fly. The birds in the sky, birds, the birds in the sky fly. Fly is a verb. The birds in the sky. The entire phrase functions as the subject of the sentence. In the sky, the birds in the sky. This is the noun phrase. Noun, it functions as a noun. The birds in the sky. Sorry, the birds in the sky. The birds is a noun in the sky. Which birds in the sky? And that means this in the sky functions an adjective. That means in the sky describes, tells something about the birds. It qualifies the birds. It is an adjective phrase. And fly. In the sky is a prepositional phrase which describes about the bird. It is called an adjective. Adjective. It functions an adjective. And then the birds fly. The birds fly. The birds fly in the sky. In the sky. This is an adverb phrase. Adverb. It functions. This prepositional phrase functions an adverb. The birds fly in the sky. Where did they fly? Where do they fly? In the sky. This is an adverb. It functions an adverb. This prepositional phrase functions an adverb, my dear students. This is the most important. The prepositional phrase functions as an adjective, as an adverb, and also rarely a noun, my dear. Okay, my dear students, all of you, goodbye. Next we will meet again next class.